Hi, it's a quick video on the Amazon Kindle. Got this yesterday, which is Saturday, and a quick overview of what I think to it. I'm not going to go through all the various features of it and show you, because there's whole load of YouTube clips showing you that. Just my version of owning a Kindle on day 2 of owning a Kindle. So, got a real Larry Niven In Constant Moon book here. Cost I think 20 something pence from Amazon as a second-hand book sent through the post. I think it's 20 odd pence sent through the post. Ended up being about 50p. Now I can't find it available as a Kindle book, available on the .co.uk store, but I did find it as a HTML page, the very first story, and I used an application called Moby Pocket Creator to convert the HTML page into a Kindle AZW format Kindle book, and I grabbed a image of the cover, and then that becomes the cover of the book. So here's the real book, here's this guy, go to the next page, which is the start of the book. So as you can tell, the it looks rather good, doesn't it? Very good screen, I would say, ideal for reading with, unlike a smart telephone or that type of way of reading stuff. So yeah, pretty good. Size wise, let's look at it. It's this particular book is a little bit smaller than the Kindle, but generally speaking, the Kindle is about the same size as a DVD. There's a DVD case, and it's just about the same size. It's a bit slimmer than the DVD actually, but yeah, it gives you an idea, doesn't it? In use, pretty good. I would say ergonomic wise, not convinced that's a really good layout for this. I ended up, when you're pressing the down bit on this, I end up pressing this sometimes, so that's a bit of a but on day 2 I'll probably get used to it, or just there you go. Let me think, what can we say? Right, if you're thinking about getting a Kindle, 2 things I would recommend you do. One, go and get the Kindle app for your Macintosh or your PC or your smartphone, and then have a search for what books you might want to go and have, and if you can find them, go and grab the samples of them to make sure they're okay. I have noticed a couple, well, noticed one in particular. If you're looking for graphic novels, try and get a sample of the graphic novel before you go and purchase it, because there's one I found the other day where it's obviously been made or ported over for only being useful on a Kindle DX. You couldn't actually read the sample pages that I had on this Kindle. It's just too small, and the way they'd formatted it, you couldn't zoom in, and even if you turned it the opposite way around the screen, if you went landscape, it didn't zoom into like the top half of the page. It just made the whole thing fit that way, and actually made it look smaller. So for graphic novels, please get the sample before you decide to purchase it, because you might be disappointed. But there are stuff that is fine. So let's have a look at a graphic novel. So let's look, it's not a graphic novel-ish. Let's go down here to Simon's Cat, for instance, and you'll see that Simon's Cat is fine. The way they've done that is absolutely fine. He's actually done a good job of it. Yeah, so this is Simon's Cat, blah blah blah, and then we get into the actual page. It's all formatted just fine. Yeah, that's pretty fine to me. Yeah, looks absolutely great. You'll notice that the screen refreshes really well, and yeah, pretty convinced that it's great for like comical type stuff like this. Let's go back to home, and we'll look at, what else can we look at? Let's go back up to I've made some collections here, so let's make sure we can do this. Let's go down to children's books, and we'll look at Tom Kitten, for instance. This is another free book, so this is also looks really nice. Go to the next page. Now with Kindle, you're not actually getting page for page representations of a physical book, because you can change the text size depending on your eyesight and how you want to read things. Text will flow differently, which is a good thing and a bad thing. So on this one, it's pretty much fine. You get a picture and some text, and if you get the text smaller, it'll probably fit better or flow differently. But your text will flow page to page differently because you can change the text size. So to me that's an advantage of the Kindle. If you're getting tired eyes, or you're just not very good at, your eyes are getting a bit ropey, then you can make the text size bigger, which is useful. And you quickly do that right down here, press that guy, and you get how big do you want the text on it basically. And you got your orientation is done via buttons here. On the DX version you can just turn it around and it changes. It's got an accelerometer in it. This version hasn't. It's a lot cheaper though, so I'll let them off. So yeah, overall pretty good. I would say that definitely have a look on your website, as in your co.uk Amazon site or your .com site, to if you can actually find the book that you need to that you're looking for. Be aware that if you're from the United Kingdom and you look on the American.com site and you find a book on it, you will not be able to purchase it from the .com site. It will throw you straight over to the UK site, in which case it may not be listed. That's already happened today when I was looking at looking for a book, which is a compilation of 50 sci-fi short stories, and it said it's $1.99. You go into the detail page of it, it no longer shows you the price of it and says please go to the UK site. You go to the UK site and it's not available, they can't find it. So that's a bit annoying, but hey, there you go. There's obviously some sort of issue in moving all their content from the American site to the English site. Either it's just moving it, or there's some sort of contractual country style agreement on publishing, which means it may be slower coming over. The UK stuff's all UK in regards of Kindle is quite early, whereas Kindle's been out for a couple of years now in America, so they've obviously got more content already over there. They do have a button for any physically published book, so if you find this book, for instance, or a similar book listed only as a physical book, you have a little button that says would you like this on Kindle, and that will then prioritise the guys over at Amazon to which books that need to be converted that currently aren't converted. I mean, there are literally hundreds of thousands or millions of books out there, so you're not going to get every book is available on Kindle. There are a lot of books available on Kindle, but and it's probably got the most amount of books available in different formats that are available on Kindle, but not everything's out there. Like Isaac Asimov books aren't available on Kindle, for instance. Not all of the Ben Bova books are available on Kindle, and only a few of the Larry Niven books are available on Kindle. This one isn't, for instance. But here, the upside of it is you can get things on EPUB or .lit or on HTML versions, and then you can use an application like maybe Pocketbook Creator or Calibre to convert them into a Kindle format. Then you're all sorted. So yeah, pretty good really. Regarding the internet is the experimental browser works. It's a little slow. It's free and it is experimental. It's not a key feature of buying an e-reader, so it's fine. The MP3 player is okay, limited. You don't get a track listing. You can't go backwards on tracks. You can go forwards to another track, and you can pause a track. And the speakers are good. The text to speech is okay. I'd say overall it's fine. Downsides, let me think. PDFs aren't great on it. Yes, you can view them. Depending on the PDF though, you might find that because it's been formatted for printing on A4 paper, a 6-inch screen is small, so you might find the text is so small for the lines you're looking at you won't actually be able to read it, so you have to zoom in. You can zoom in on PDFs, but then you're going to see half a line, then you have to scroll to see the rest of the line, then you can scroll down to the next one. So for referencing, yeah, you can carry PDFs with you. For actual usability and reading them whole page, depending on how they're being formatted, it ain't going to happen. Even if you turn it so it's that way on, so you're looking at landscape, you might find that the line still doesn't give you a whole line of legible text, but it's an option. The thing I would say that something like the little Moby Pocket Creator is a godsend for importing PDFs and just knocking out a Kindle version again. So you lose the inherent formatting of the PDF, but you do get the content listed as editable text, therefore can change the size of it, therefore it always displays correctly. So there you go. I would say that one of the biggest upsides to the Amazon Kindle is the availability of the free apps like Mobi Pocket Creator and Calibra, which will save you many a time on fixing stuff up. Yeah, that's about it. I think that will sort of cover it. And with that, I definitely need a cup of tea. Been a long day. Catch ya.